Alright, now I'm going to solve the next problem, which is to create this file, imagelink.html. And the purpose of this exercise is to see one way to display an alternative image for a hyperlink when the mouse hovers over the link. And I have a link there that shows examples. And we take a look at that. As you can see, when you hover over this soccer ball or whatever it is, it changes its view. So basically we'll do something like this. It's called image link. Let me create that. So I'm going to copy what I have. Image underscore link. Let's edit this. So we'll need we're going to need an image. It'll look something like this. img source equals, and then we'll probably need to name this. So I'm going to go id equals image, and in our JavaScript we will reference this object using that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to store the image locally. I'm going to grab it from the university website here. So I'm going to right click that, copy the image URL just to see if that's what it looks like. There's the image URL. Let's see if we got is there a banner 1 there as well? Let's see. Here's a banner 1. So we'll alternate between those two versions of the banner. So I put that in there. So this is the initial image. Let's see if that works correctly. I don't need that. Let's go here. Take a look. There it is. Okay, now when I hover over this image, I want to exchange the image with the other image that we saw. So let's take a look at how we do that. We're going to use JavaScript, and the JavaScript we're going to place into a script element in the head section of the HTML file. So it's script type equals, and this is called a MIME type. It will be text / JavaScript. That opens up the script element. Now let's close it. And in here we'll have a function that handles the hovering. So let's do this. So we need to define a function, and we're going to call it we'll call it toggle image. And actually the JavaScript styles, I normally see they put the brace up like that. So when this function is called, actually we can pass in the event here. That's one way to do it. And then from that event we can do the following. We can have a condition. If, now event, what is this? The event object. So the event object, when the I'll do it like this. So we're going to have an event handler here. So this is was it on hover, hover in, mouse in, something like that. It's mouse over, mouse in, something like that. We'll have to look up that function, and that'll be toggle image. Oh, I see. So when we go mouse in, actually we'll just look at their example here. they have on mouse over. This is on mouse over, and then they have on mouse out. Those are the two events. On mouse over, and I'll call this banner 1, and I'll show you an alternate form for this. So this is banner 1, and I'll call it this is the element. And if the I see, so we don't need anything like this. So we want to pass in the element. So let's find out how to do that. So it'll be something like we've got an event, and I think we do like the parent of the event, something like that. Basically what we want to pass in to the JavaScript, this banner 1 and banner 2, we want to pass in the reference to the image element. In that case, we wouldn't need this ID. I'm just showing, this is one way to do it. There's so many different ways of doing it. And let's make this banner 2. And so we want to pass in the image element. Now there's a predefined object. When an event like this occurs, your JavaScript can refer to I guess it would be the current event, or the event that's in the loop in which your JavaScript, the thread rather, in which your JavaScript is currently running. And although I just have a fuzzy understanding of that, there is this event is predefined, so we can use it, and the event has some attributes to it, and one of the attributes is a reference to the element which is firing the event, which is this image element. So I'm just going to start by guessing we can access that image element with this syntax. We'll see whether that works. And what we'll do once we pass that element into the function, actually we're going to call it, I'll call it the image, the img element. That's what it is. It's the img element. And the img element has a property called src, and we will set that to this. So this is banner 2 actually, so we're going to change that to banner 1. Let's change that to banner 1, and make that banner 1 like that. And then we'll have another function called banner 2, and we simply make this a 2. So let's go with our guess. I don't see in here. So in the W3 Schools example, they're calling mouse out here, but they're not passing in anything into this mouse out function. So we're doing a variation to this solution. We're passing in this element here. See, so the way we do it, we don't need to look up the element by using something like get element by ID. This is just to demonstrate an alternative solution. Like I said before, there are so many possible solutions to these kinds of problems. Alright, so this is when we mouse over, we'll do banner 1, and then when we mouse out, we'll set banner 2. We'll start with banner 2 as the It's the starting point. Let's save that again and try that. Let's go ahead and close that, and try it. See if it works. Something is not working. Let's take a look at that again. So looks like we've got some kind of a syntax error here. Let's go ahead and open the JavaScript console. Nothing in there. There's nothing in the body. Why would that happen? Oh, you know what I think it is? I think it has to do with this this here. So how do you set the source attribute of this? I don't know. Let's see if we comment these out. Let's comment these out. I think actually the problem is a syntax error in here somewhere. I'm looking for missing braces and oh, there it is right there. Missing a quote right there. See that? So let's bring, well, we'll leave these out for now. Let's leave those out for now, just to see if we can see that image again. There it is. Now let's go ahead and expose these commands. And get out again, so I go over. Oh, look at this. Cannot set property src of undefined. Oh, see that means event is undefined. That means event is undefined. So I better check on that. Let's look that up. So it's JavaScript event. JavaScript events. Just take a look at an example here. Oh, let's see. Acting to an event. I don't see anything in there. Events. Let's look at, let's try something a little different. Let's try the event object. The event object. So the event object, I'm still looking for the example, but I think I remember how to do this. In fact, I think that the event is not defined here. Not sure about that. I think that the event is passed in to the function automatically, but I'm not sure about that. I want to try that. I'll try that like this. So that would be event, and this would be, of course, event dot something like parent. Oh, let's look that up. So so we have the event object and the event attributes. This is the bubbles here, target, the element to trigger the event. So it's target. This should be not parent, but target. And let's go ahead and try this as an example. And once again, I am guessing. Oops. I'm guessing at this. I think the event is passed into the function when it's invoked here, but I am not sure. It doesn't feel right, but something like that. Let's try that. And this is written.html. This is image link, actually. ImageLink.html. And let's try that again. Here's image link. And let's go ahead and expose the console. Target of undefined. So once again, the problem is this, that event is undefined. What is going on? Let's see. Maybe this. E is not defined. So how do we get the event? How do we get the event? How to access the event object? Let's do this. How to access JavaScript event object. This shows the event getting passed in. And onClick equals, this would be something like do something, onClick do something event. They just passed that in just like that. This, I thought we tried this already, it didn't seem to work. We'll try that again. Oh, I don't know why it didn't work before. We had it right the first time. And that is it, actually. Event is, as I explained in the beginning of the video, event is a predefined JavaScript object, and we pass it into the function that we're invoking when the event occurs. So when onMouseOver occurs, we invoke banner1, passing in a reference to the event, and that is that's declared here, where we declare the function. We can access the target property of that event. That's the HTML element that's triggering the event. It has that would be this IMG element. The IMG element has a source attribute. We access the source attribute like this with the dot syntax. And we set it to the value that we're interested in. So that basically finishes up this this exercise right there.